Hello viewers, and welcome to a brand new episode of Trashtalk on Fabula Ultima, High Fantasy Edition, a series where I talk about the various classes you can mix together to create your desired heroic characters in your Fabula Ultima campaign. In today's episode, Chanter, Bard, Idol, Troubadour, singers who can daze a crowd with the power of their vocals and musics, like a magical one-person orchestra. In terms of mechanic, you might need to ask if you are good at programming game. What Chanter basically do is that you have a set of not magic spells called verses with 3 set MP costs to choose what you want to target. No matter the verses, these 3 MP costs will never change, making the Chanter quite capable of supporting the entire team or affecting the entire enemy team too, and on top of that, the verse automatically hits, and only 2 options require willpower, so a Chanter can in fact be played by a fighter or non-mage character too. As for the free benefits, Chanter gets a +5 to max MP, definitely useful for the class. Now, let's take a look at the skill, starting with Magic Chant, the skill you need to learn everything a Chanter need. During conflict scene, you may use an action and spend MP to perform verses. You may only sing 1 verse per turn. When you first acquire the skill, you learn all 3 volumes, plus 1 key and 1 tone. Additional acquisitions get you 1 more key or tone. A verse is composed of 3 parts, volume, key, and tone. Volume determines what do you target at 3 MP cost, 10, 20 and 30 for single target, all allies, or all enemies. Key lets you set keywords for the verses, like elemental type, status effects, attribute, and HP or MP, and then there's tone, which actually determines what your verses do. Like recover HP or MP, advance, or turn back clock faster, do elemental damage, make someone suffer status effect and resistance loss, increase key attribute, convert every damage taken by the target to an elemental type, and recover from status effect and gain resistance. This makes the Chanter a very flexible class that can do a lot of things and more importantly, can straight up be more powerful the more allies and enemies there are on field. It's practically the Chanter's specialty. Second, Resonance. After you affect 1 or more enemies with a verse, if you have arcane weapon equipped, you may choose one option. Until the start of your next turn, your allies deal up to 3 extra damage to those enemies, or, until the start of your next turn, you recover up to 3 MP every time one of those enemies suffer damage. This is a skill rather useful for magic using Chanter, just a little extra to deal more damage or recover more MP. This works per instances of damage, so anything that do a ton of little damage will work very well, or just having a lot of allies kicking the same enemies over and over. Third, Siren's Song. You gain the ability to perform rituals of the ritualism discipline. Additionally, you may use ritualism to create hearing-based illusions. What it said really, almost the same one from Symbolist, but now it's what people hear and not what they see. Fourth, Sound Barrier. After you sing a verse with medium or high volume, all physical damage you suffer until the start of your next turn is reduced by up to 5. This applied before affinities. This is kind of funny honestly. You are literally repelling physical weapons through your voices, especially low damage ones. This skill is more effective against them, could even work with fighter builds like Guardian whenever they sing. And lastly, Vibrato. After you sing with low or medium volume, you may perform a free attack with a weapon you have equipped, treating your high roll as 0 for damage. You sing, and then you stab someone. This basically lets you swing your stick even as you sing for your allies. No need to choose between attacking or singing. It's a 1-point investment, so get it no matter your build, it's gonna be useful. After putting 10 points into Chanter, it is now considered as mastered and you can pick a heroic skill for it. There are currently 5 Chanter specific heroic skills, 2 in High Fantasy, 1 in Techno Fantasy, 1 in Natural Fantasy, and 1 in the 6th Fabula Ultima bonus supplement. First, in High Fantasy Atlas, there's Power Chord. When you sing with medium or high volume, you may double the MP cost or spend a Fabula point. If you do, you and every ally that can hear you gain the following benefit until the start of your next turn. Your accuracy checks trigger critical success when both dices show same number. On one hand, that's a bit of a cost for something that's still luck-based. On the other hand, everyone in your team has a bigger chance to get critical success now. It's up to you really. Second, there's Theme Song. When you acquire the skill, you obtain a theme song, assign a key and a name to you. You also just pick like a real actual song name for that. For once per conflict, when you sing a verse with your theme song's key, you can just start singing, probably also playing it in the background. You gain the following: resistance to key damage, dealing 5 extra damage when dealing key damage type, and MP for singing verse with the same key as your theme song is halved. This applies to you and any allied Chanter. This lasts until the end of your scene. You stop singing with the specific key or just not singing, or when someone else starts singing their theme song. Long story short, this is powerful and you can essentially do it for free on top of your verses, which can now be performed more often with less MP cost. The biggest drawback really is that your entire party is gonna eventually get sick or go insane of hearing the same song over and over. Next up in Techno Fantasy, there's Hit the Nerve, which can also be unlocked by Orator, and must require Condemn skill from Orator, which, to sum it up, makes the target you condemned even more pissed off than usual, and also you can recover MP and hit them harder. This only really works if you have the insight and willpower for it, so take note. Next up on Natural Fantasy, there's Cheer Up, which can also be unlocked by Esper and Orator and require the My Trust in You skill from Orator, which lets you increase a character's attribute 1 die size higher after using My Trust in You on them. It's a good support talent when you want your ally to reroll or recover MP, but it's single target and frankly, a Chanter usually has better things for that. And lastly, on the 6th Fabula Ultima bonus supplement, there's Witch Voice, which can also be unlocked by Orator. After an enemy suffer one or more status effect from verses or condemn skill from Orator, they are really pissed off at you and want to punch your stupid face off, which is usually the last thing a Chanter wants, so this is kinda a weird heroic skill. You can probably tell at this point that Chanter doesn't really have a lot of interesting heroic skills. It's a good support class, I suppose. And that's basically it on Chanter, singers that can bless or ruin your day easily one way or another. With all of high fantasy classes done, next episode we'll be moving onward to techno fantasy classes, so stay tuned. That's all for now, and I will see you all next time. Hello there, if you like this video, please subscribe and click that notification bell button. If you want to see the videos early as well as further support my channel, you can join in my Patreon page, or buy me some coffee, links in the description. Anyway, have a nice day.